Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm particularly happy this morning with my morning weight of 178.2. I haven't gained a single pound in the last 5 weeks, and I've been steadily increasing my calories. And one of my goals for next year is to finally step on stage. And so I'm kind of going into this reverse diet, getting my body back into a muscle building phase, trying to just put on as much size as possible to get my body into a good starting point for a prep sometime next year. But that being said, currently here getting ready to do my fasted cardio. I do fasted cardio 2 hours per week. Usually after I drink this cup of coffee, I'll just go outside and read for a little bit on my patio. So let me just show y'all what I'm reading. All right, so there's kind of 2 books that I'm working through right now. The first one is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. So this one I actually finished reading about 2 months ago, but it's one of those books where I really feel like I need to read it maybe like 3 or 4 times before I really start to understand and grasp a lot of the concepts that are explained in the book. So I'm actually listening to this audiobook. Like if I'm ever like driving anywhere or going somewhere, I'm always listening to this. Gonna read this one at least probably 3 times. The one that I'm actually reading right now is How to Win Friends and Influence People. But I wanted to share one sentence in here real quick. If there is any one secret to success, it lies in the ability to get the other person's point of view and see things from that person's angle as well as from your own. It's so true, because everybody is selfish, right? It's human nature to be selfish. It's human nature to only care about yourself. It's not necessarily a bad thing, right? But other people, they love to be cared for. They love to be heard. They love to have somebody to be able to talk to, somebody who can listen to the things that they have to say. And I think especially as somebody who is giving service as a trainer, obviously I need to do a better job of putting myself in my client's shoes, putting myself in the other person's shoes and kind of what they're experiencing with, what they're dealing with, making myself a person of service, trying to just be more mindful with the way that I interact with other people, kind of everything that goes into that. But would highly recommend, guys, these 2 books. It is time for some fasted cardio. This right here, okay? This is what you want. Can't forget the ice. Oh man, I got some energy, man. That caffeine is kicking in. Fasted cardio complete. Now it's time for breakfast.
Pancakes, it's been a minute, streaming up Paris, fill up the roadside. Hands cast, this is mad. I should've thought twice about the marriage. Stick up berries in the crowds. You know that one that he was trash. Now you get darkness in your head and in your heart. It's like you thought you two were never gonna fall apart. It's been a rough few weeks and there'll be.
This cream of rice is to die for. I mean, literally, okay, got about 100 or so grams of carbs in here with about 50 grams of protein. So especially after cardio or after workout, it is the perfect post-workout meal. Guys, if you're not doing cream of rice, you are definitely missing out. I think I have a coffee addiction. Actually, I'm pretty certain I have a coffee addiction. Been doing like 3 or 4 a day. I think there's kind of this thing with personal trainers, or this, when people think of a personal trainer, they think of somebody that's up, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. session. A lot of trainers do have those early morning sessions, and back when I was training at a previous gym, I definitely had my fair share of 6 a.m. sessions. Now that I'm running my own business and kind of doing my own thing, most of the time I'm choosing not to start until about 9 or 10 a.m. So currently it is 8:30 in the morning. I have my first client at 10. And so I'm taking this hour right now to just do some online client check-ins, post some content, and then also do some cold reach outs on LinkedIn. But in case you didn't know, Iron Lyrica is the name of my personal training business. I have so many aspirations for just what I want Iron Lyrica to look like, what I want Iron Lyrica to be in the future. And right now it's just personal training, but it's gonna be so much more later on down the line. And I think it's my way of having equity and kind of building something real as opposed to just selling my time for sessions, if that makes sense. I just wanna ramble like so much and just tell y'all exactly the vision that I have for the brand, but just taking it a day at a time and trying to do the daily deposits necessary to just grow the business, right? But if I'm being honest, like one big realization that I've had lately is I'm lacking in like communication skills and sales skills. And I've learned that communications and sales are essentially the same thing. But for me personally, like I'm such an introvert, I just don't really talking to people and striking up conversation, having high energy is not really something that just like comes naturally to me. If y'all know my past as a classical musician, like I feel like I developed the skills of being detail oriented, of being a hard worker, of being self-motivated, being consistent, you know, showing up every day for something that you care for. But I didn't really have much of that social interaction because a lot of the time that I was spending was spent in the practice room alone. And so I feel like now this is a really great opportunity to kind of challenge myself, to put myself in those uncomfortable situations and just do my best to elevate myself in that way. I know if I commit to doing the daily actions necessary, you know, it's only gonna get better with time. Yeah, I mean, I love days like this, just chill days, train a few clients in the morning, run some errands in the afternoon. By contrast, tomorrow's actually a much busier day with clients. Tomorrow I'm actually training 8 people. So I will just be pretty much at the gym all day long, just going back to back. So, you know, some days are busier than others. Guys, I hope y'all are enjoying the video so far. I hope y'all are enjoying just having a little glimpse into my life. This is the office here at Illuminate and just kind of a chill little break room area, but let's keep the day going.
10 out of 10, let's wait. I've been going big on the bigs out of state. Do research, check out the back of my plates. I rep so heavy, attack when I take. Still I'm on that for the.
That's so funny. So I actually just pulled into the emissions test place and one of my clients is here. Actually last year my van actually failed. It actually failed the emissions test. Had to get a few parts in the engine replaced. So hopefully it'll be smooth sailing this time. We're gonna find out. These reverse lights right here are actually completely out. All right, so I'm no car mechanic, I'm no car expert, so we're gonna try and change these lights ourselves. I'm trying to get this car to a point where it doesn't feel junky anymore. This is gonna be like it's like my little side quest right here, my little side project, all right?
My people won't be long till we all sitting on center stage, getting right off what I do. I know they getting
always
tight
have your
off how
tools
I
ready.
I still ain't did a write off on these juniors yet. I never even claimed that we was cool. Really, I was just playing it by the rules. Still moving like gang, I nothing to lose. But most of them won't know until I show them, and that's why I just try and keep it smooth. Did it all
So these new ones are actually LED lights, which is kind of cool.
For the haul, I don't plan on stopping soon.
All right, got one off right here. I have both of the lights in. I don't know if you can see. I guess the only way to test this out is using the camera, and we're gonna put it in reverse, and then we're gonna see if the lights turn on. Turned on, yeah, look at me. Look at me. I have these LED strip lights that are gonna kind of illuminate the foot area. It's gonna give the car some ambient lighting at night. I'm about to have just a pre-workout meal before I do my meal prep. Some Chobani fat-free yogurt. I'm gonna mix it up with this milk and cookies protein. So basically you're just gonna combine the protein and the yogurt in a bowl, and it's gonna be kind of this like ice cream consistency. This is when you know you've got it right. You gotta add just a little bit of water, okay? And then I'm just gonna take just one banana, just cut it up, toss it in here. And then lastly, just a little bit of honey, maybe about 7 to 8 grams around there. That's the finished product right here. Guys, high protein, moderate carbohydrate, great light pre-workout meal. It literally tastes like ice cream. That's crazy. Currently 7:45 p.m. I really wish I didn't have legs. I feel like I'm drained of energy, especially being outside in the sun earlier today just kind of drains me a little bit. But working out for me is always a priority. It's always the top priority, and sometimes you just got to get it in no matter what. So Mr. Hudson on the phone here. Hey, what's up? I'm actually I'm in the middle of recording as we speak. Wanted to show y'all the lights, the ambient lights that I was installing earlier. A little bit janky right now. I still have a few cables that I gotta hide on both sides and then figure out a few more things, but overall, like, this is definitely looking really nice so far. So gonna clean that up. All right, everybody, welcome to today's voiceover. I just wanted to finish this video by talking a little bit about being a personal trainer. Okay, and I think the idea of being a personal trainer is something that is appealing to many gym goers because, you know, what gym rat would not love to live in the gym and just, you know, take people through a workout? But the reality is that's not really what personal training is. And if you go to a big box commercial gym, chances are you're going to be paired up with a trainer who is simply taking you through a workout, right? The brutal reality is that if you want to make this your career and you want to make this your profession, you have to understand that personal training is not about personal training as much as it is about dealing with people and improving people's lives. I think a lot of your approach to personal training kind of dictates what you get out of it. So for example, if you go into a big box commercial gym, 24-hour LA Fitness, a lot of these trainers are just getting fed clients, and the barrier to entry to being a trainer is so low that the chances of you being paired up with a trainer who is not knowledgeable or doesn't care is very high. And oftentimes the trainers that are running their own business, they have to go out and get their own clients. They have to do the things to make the reach outs, advertise themselves. A lot of times, they have to work on their skills, client retention, and a lot of times that results in a trainer that is much more knowledgeable and able to transform the lives of their clients. Here's the reality though, is like, personal training is a people business, okay? Every client has different goals. People have different personalities, different motivations, different struggles. Oftentimes you are being a therapist as well as a personal trainer. For me, there's two things that have been the most valuable in my journey as a personal trainer. Number one, it is the relationships that I have built with my clients. And number two, it has drastically improved my ability to communicate and conversate effectively. And the truth of the matter is that for me, this is my profession. This is what I do. And my clients do see me as a motivator, as a source of authority. And so I want to make their lives better. And so I'm constantly going out and seeking new information, seeking new ways of explaining things. It makes me more motivated to be more dialed in with my own health and my own habits as well, because I want to be somebody that my clients can continue to look up to, because I feel like if you can't look the part and you can't play the part, then your clients aren't going to trust you as somebody who can make their life better. And it really does take a lot to keep the ship afloat. And I saw this statistic pretty recently, which said 90% of trainers don't make it past the first year. And I think that's so true. I think if you're not disciplined and you're not motivated to, get those clients and spend the hours necessary on the floor, it kind of just fizzles out, dissipates, and then before you know it, you're doing something else, right? If I'm being honest, the most rewarding part is simply just watching people change their lives, whether it's weight loss, confidence, strength, feeling better. Seeing those transformations genuinely makes you feel like you are making a difference in the world. And I know that for me, personal training is not a destination as much as it is a bridge. And so I'm really trying to embrace these moments right now, because I know I'm not going to be a trainer forever, right? I see myself in the fitness industry taking more of a entrepreneurial path, right? Training is going to continue to be a part of it, but it's not going to be everything. And I know that Aaron Lyrica is also going to be a very, very big part of that, but it's really something that's changed my life for the better. And so, yeah, guys, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Today was kind of just a chill day, an easy day, and I just hope y'all enjoyed the video. All right, y'all, hope y'all were able to take something away from that leg workout. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here. If you made it to the end, I really, really appreciate you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.